We're here at the Marina Bay Street Circuit and the Singapore Grand Prix is just about to start. The name Singapore means City of Lions, and this weekend Formula One will be roaring into action. The bumpy street surfaces here make this a challenging circuit for the drivers, and the humidity causes them to lose as much as 3 kilos over the course of a race. But it's also tough on the cars, with 23 corners to tackle each and every lap. Good low-speed downforce will make all the difference here. With the season nearly concluded, time is running out for the teams. Can anyone make a last-minute breakthrough? Can the leading drivers hold on? Only time will tell. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Hey guys, you join me here, Slum86, and we are back on Formula 1 Manager 2022 for the Singapore Grand Prix. So before we get stuck into qualifying, guys, just a quick update on the car. We have our final update on the car, and it is a suspension update. So whatever performance gain we get from that is what we'll carry through for these final 6 races. And as we're pushing everything now towards development of next year's car. So hopefully we can get everything done, guys, in time before the development is locked off. So that's it, guys. We won't waste any more time. Both cars are running the update, and we'll be back here with Q1.
Welcome back to what is proving to be an exciting weekend of Formula One racing, with practice coming to a close today and qualifying set to follow. Time and time again, we see just how little separates the drivers as they complete their qualifying laps. Those who have pushed that little bit harder during qualifying can be rewarded with a grid place that sets them apart from their competitors going into the race. Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One.
So you join me here for Q1, guys, and we have done our standard thing of sending our cars out for 1 run early, and we're back here now at the end of Q1 to see if we can progress for the first time with both cars this year. I think it would be fantastic. Now behind us, outliers would be Norris, Alonso, Magnus and Joe could be there on potential pace depending on engine wear and stuff. So this is where we stand at the moment, guys. So we're just going to give it oh no, cars are going out, so we're going to try and get Tio out. Tio is out. We got first car out on the track. Nice. That doesn't very often happen, guys. So we'll now hit Alex and see can we get Alex out as well. And as I say, our Q1 run, our first run in Q1 wasn't bad. We're 2 seconds off the pace, which is okay considering originally Verstappen had gone through and we were only 7 tenths off, and I thought, oh, here we go, we're on for a good one. But suffice to say that did not happen, guys. So we're just going to speed it up here a little bit as they all filter out of the pit lane, where Albon got out behind Stroll. Don't know if that's good or bad for poor old Alex, but we'll see. So Tio's leading him across. He has a healthy gap, and we'll just bring up our timing screens again so we can see what's all going on. And we're coming onto the start-finish straight, so we'll slow it down and we'll jump on board with Tio. So we'll see can we improve, guys. 2 seconds off the pace. We've kind of been, well, I think we were nearly 3.5 seconds off the start of the season. So we have improved the car quite considerably, but obviously other teams are improving as well. So it's hard to gauge our actual performance then. But if we could qualify in the top 15, that would be a big step forward for us, and we would be quite delighted with that. Especially heading into the final 6 races. Well, 5 races after this, it would be a nice kind of confidence boost. So it's a long old lap here. We're just going to zoom it up. So both drivers gone fast in sector 1. Tio is slow in sector 2. And we'll slow it down again as he gets to the... Oh, Alex is fast in sector 2, that's good. So Tio's just coming across the line now, guys. Davey's lap, and Tio does improve, but only fractionally. And I've noticed that our second ones aren't really seeing the track ramp up. I'm not sure if anybody else is experiencing that, but yeah. So we'll jump on board here with Alex. But Alex is 2.046 seconds, and he'd probably go to 1.9 something. Oh yes, jumps Sunoda by a little bit. It's still 2 seconds off. But that is a remarkable time, and Tio is in the relegation zone, so that's bad news for us. Who will be looking at? Joe Magnussen. Sunoda jumped up a little bit. Joe does not improve. Oh. Oh, K-Mag knocks us out. Just again, it's always that last car across the line, and we just seem to end all hope. I don't know. It's a little bit upsetting, but again, pace is slowly improving, and as always, our race pace is much better than our qualifying pace, so hopefully that stands to us, guys. So with that said, we won't waste any more time, and we'll be back here in a second, and we'll be racing at Singapore.
Race day has arrived, and the time has come for these drivers to fight it out wheel to wheel.
Williams had a good performance in qualifying. Now they'll be eager to demonstrate that they can have an even better race. Alfa Romeo managed to meet expectations during qualifying, and if they can keep this up, they'll have a good race ahead of them. The weather is beautifully clear tonight, which is one less problem for the teams to face. Of course, that doesn't take anything away from the unpredictability of this race.
Well, we've got some fascinating strategies that are sure to be applied today. But for now, all eyes shift to the starting line of the Singapore Grand Prix. It looks like clear weather tonight for this race, with the drivers now just taking position on the grid. Here we have Alexander Albon. They'll be starting the race from the bottom half of the grid, so there's a fair bit of ground to make up. And looking at the second Williams car. They're starting in the bottom half of the grid today, so there's a lot of cars between them and the podium. And we're just moments away now. We're just moments away from the Singapore Grand Prix.
So here we go, guys, getting ready to go all out on Singapore Grand Prix.
And away we go.
So we're just going to quickly flick to our onboard camera. And we're riding here with Alex Albon, and now Alex is up to P14. Tio unfortunately lost a couple of places there, guys. He's down to P17. No, we did start 14, 15, I believe. Oh, Alex getting racy.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Alex getting racy off the start here, guys. It looks like pretty good one.
Williams
First lap is
gaining
with
several places in one go.
bit pedestrian, really. Actually, a lot of cars just getting held up by other cars, I think it is. But it's interesting. So we're just going to speed it up while it's this little bit pedestrian. This is a bit painful to watch, but we'll see how we get on here, guys. We are racing against Sunoda now in front of us. And I would like Alex to be able to get Sunoda if he could. I think he might here.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
What I want to see is, can Tio get Seb here, because it would be nice if we can get Tio onto the back of Bottas. Just going to go neutral here for a second, but we're going to keep Tio attacking. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm recording properly here, guys, because my screen on my OBS is a bit jittery. So we're just going to pause here for a second, and I'll be right back where we try again. But we are back, guys. You didn't miss too much, maybe half a lap or so. But I think I have fixed my issue. So we're just going to keep an eye on that as we breeze through the next couple of laps. But I think we're okay now again. Some setting needs to be changed.
And
But
there's
anyway.
an overtake from Williams.
Oh man, I forgot all about Portillo. So Tio did manage to get past Seb. But Tio now is going to have to just conserve tyres and everything else that goes with that. And Alex, wow, yeah, we really caught ourselves out there by pushing so hard that we did. But we're back, and we'll see if we can recover from this a little bit of a messy scenario we managed to get ourselves into. So we're going to ride on board with Tio a while and just see can we maybe recover a little bit. Just going to do a bit of harvesting. Now Ricardo is going to probably close up to the back of us doing this. But we just got to get Tio back in a position where he can race again relatively untroubled, and hopefully we can do that here. Yeah, sorry for the rough start to this race, guys. It's been interesting on different levels, but we've managed to get Alex up to P11. And Tio is doing his thing here, guys. Tricky little circuit. There seems to be a lot of different kind of rates through it, but it doesn't seem to be one where I think we might have done this, so we'll just set Tio back to a normal rhythm. And if we jump back on board here with Alex, we can see that we're right on with, who is that? Norris is kind of holding up the two Alpines at the moment. So we'll see if we can jump him here maybe in the next few laps or something, I'm not sure. But the only good thing about running here behind the Alpines is that we should be able to recover Alex's fuel pretty handily. Did Alonso did get past Norris there, guys. So it's a tight technical track. We get DRS here, which is probably not enough for anybody to do much with. There should be DRS somewhere else as well. Possibly out of these turns. Yes, there it is. But we're racing fairly here for P11, so we're pretty okay with that. Now Tsunoda is bang on our tail, but I think we are going to leave Tsunoda for maybe, I don't know, are we? Nope. We were close to a second and then we got backed up there in one turn. So Tio's doing a solid job, guys, up to P14 now, and we'll just see how we get on here. So as we just roll through the opening laps, it's a little bit of stalemate here, guys. I'm not sure can we do much with it, but we're holding on to it. It just gets slow here, and that's where Tsunoda can just catch right up to the back of us, so I'm not sure what's slowing us all down. I don't think it's Alonso up the road. Oh wow, Alonso is gone up the road, so he got Gasly as well and just took off. So that's interesting, guys. And Tsunoda and Bottas are right on us, and then we have Tio who's 2.5 seconds back. I think we can run Alex pretty hard and fast here, guys, and the plan then is, well, we keep Tio running pretty hard and fast as well for the beginning of the race anyway. He's got the gap to Vettel now behind up to 3.5, so that's pretty handy. I would like to think that the McLaren should be able to overtake the Alpha Tauri there, but seems to be struggling big time to get anything done on them, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But so all this is allowing Alonso just to escape a little bit up the road. And I would be hoping now if we stop squabbling that we might be able to just get Snooda outside our DRS range. Gap is going up all the time. And it's there, I think, where he catches up. Oh no, we got it up to a second. We have a yellow flag. So somebody spun.
Oh, did someone run wide
And
there?
it was Magnussen in
Let's
turn
take a look
1.
at
So
the
let's have a quick
replay.
look at
All
K-Mag.
eyes on Kevin Magnussen.
Is it bad?
here.
Oh, it's not that bad.
And they've gone wide. Very.
It's not that bad, but the Haas cars are trying to work their way up from being back to field. I assume due to engine penalties or something. But oh yeah, there. That's where he's going. Yeah, he gets into the second, and that gives him DRS. Maybe he didn't get it actually, guys. So we might be able to pull away here from Tsunoda a little bit, and that would be good because I think we might have the pace here on maybe Gasly. Seems to be struggling pretty poorly so far at the start of this race. I didn't expect Norris to be overtaking him and to be actually leaving him, so that's interesting. And Bottas now has gotten Tsunoda as well, guys, so things are starting to hot up behind us. Now Bottas should be quick enough to catch us, so that's a concern, as that could see us lose a World Championship point. But McLaren keeps scoring points, guys, and this is not good for us. And we're only 2 points behind us now, so as it stands, McLaren will jump us into P7 in the World Championship. So they've just been able to develop their car a little bit better than we have, which is a little bit upsetting. So we're 10 laps into a 61 lap race, and it seems to be, like, to me, like it's a bit of a stalemate going on here. Are we catching Tsunoda? I think we are, guys. So I think Tio is slowly catching up to Tsunoda, which is good. And we're still managing to gap Ricciardo now again. So the Haas seem to have gone back. Excuse me, the Haas seem to have gone backwards, and the McLaren seem to have taken a step forward. So that's a little bit concerning. Danny Rick doesn't seem to have the pace to match Norris, so not sure why that is. And that's been the case all season as well. Is it just down to ratings or something? I'm not sure. But our Tio here is catching slowly onto the back of Tsunoda, so we should hopefully be able to get him. Yep, the gap's coming down now to just under a second, so we should have DRS coming through here. We do, and that will just allow him to catch right onto the back. So our fuel issue is slowly recovering itself, but it needs to be a little bit better. And we're going to the mid-20s again, a one-stop race. We're going from soft to hards. Can we dive on Tsunoda? Nope, just can't make that one work. So we're just gonna, while we're here behind him, just recover a little bit of ERS again if we can. So I don't think we'll get him on the start-finish straight, but we should get him on the next one. There we go. Nicely done, guys. Nicely done. So Bottas is 2.5 seconds up the road, so we'll see what we can do here.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
We'll jump back over here to Alex, guys, see what he's doing. He's still tucked up behind the wing, and yeah, Gasly is now the car in front. So Ocon has managed to jump Gasly and Norris. So if we can get Gasly, it will be fantastic. So again, we're just going to do a little bit of harvesting here. Difference here now, guys, is we're going to do deploy instead. Wow. We had nothing there to the back of Pierre. So that's a little bit concerning, but we'll maybe try it a little bit earlier and see can we just again now into a little bit of a harvest phase. We're going to go neutral here, and then we're going to go deploy. I think here is where we want to deploy. Somebody's in the pits early. That's Norris in the pits early, guys. So we're just going to stick on deploy here, and hopefully we can get Gasly. So we can't get Gasly. Interesting. But a lot of people pitted there, including Bottas, Norris, Alonso.
That's a position gained for
So
Alpha
that
Tauri.
seems to be very early. What did they jump to? They all jumped to the hards. So Hamilton also pitted to the hards. So that's interesting, guys, to see the different strategies working out. They're going for the early stop to run the hards and run longer. Whether we're burning our softs up here, and then we'll be switching to a medium tire, which we'll be running to the end. But we're going to take our softs pretty far into the race. Or at least that was the plan in my head anyway, but a lot of pit stops happening here, guys. So we're getting closer and closer all this time to Gasly as well. Now, to be fair, they're probably pulling me along nicely, so I shouldn't complain. And Tsunoda is after getting TO, so that's a little bit concerning. But Perez is right there now with him. Tire wear is on point still. We're having a good opening stint to this race, so there we go, he peels in, so we're now going to have to deploy again, because we just want to get back into the DRS of Ocon. I think we have, so we should get it here on the straight. Indeed we do. So we get to this section now, we can just start recovering again. Just by staying in this DRS area, guys, we should get pulled along nicely by Ocon. We're up to P3. I'm not sure how that all worked out, but we are up to P3, and this track seems to be pretty tough to do a few overtakes on. Although Sainz managed to get us, and Verstappen is now in the pits, guys. So everybody seems to be pitting very, very early. And yep, they have. So Alex now is running in P1. This is strange territory for us. Tsunoda now is running with the faster Ferrari, or Tio is running with the faster Ferrari, guys. So if he can stay in that DRS there, he should really benefit here, guys, and get pulled away up the grid, because his lap times will be massively improved from being pulled by the Ferrari. So let's hope for that. Now what's interesting me is Alex is kind of keeping the Ferrari's gap to, well, no, he's not. He's losing a little bit every bit. But that's interesting stuff, guys. So we'll see how this plays out, which driver it will favour. Hopefully we can jump the likes of Norris and them as they get stuck behind slower traffic. And the fact that we have another 5, 6, 7 laps to go should benefit us, hopefully. Reports, circuit info. How much do we lose in a pit stop? Time considerations for a pit stop is 29 seconds. So if we go to here and go to leader, Tio is the leader, 29 seconds. He's right on the bubble here with Norris, Bottas, that bubble, and it's actually closing all the time. So that's interesting. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so we're on that bubble, guys. It all depends on how good our pit stop was. And again, if these guys can kind of fight amongst themselves and hold each other up, hopefully we stand a chance. But if we pit Alex now, we're coming out P17, I think. So the pack is fairly close, guys. So that is interesting. But Theo's getting a massive boost here from being towed along nicely by the Ferrari. And the fact we're able to keep the pace with Ferrari around the track is also kind of, I won't say concerning, but it has me optimistic for what we potentially could do in other races if similar scenarios played out. Now we don't obviously have the pace of the Ferrari because we can't overtake it anywhere. And considering he doesn't have DRS to aid him, we do. That's kind of a fair sign. But that DRS is keeping us in the game. And to be fair, Theo is slowly catching his teammate. So we'll just see. We have another couple laps to go until we get to our pit stop. We'll just check our leader interval again. Oh my god, Theo went for the overtake. What is going on in the crazy world that is Formula 1? So as it's looking now, guys, the longer we're staying out,
And there's an overtake from
we
Williams.
seem to be the gap. I just don't know. Theo with the big overtake on the Ferrari. I was not expecting that. But this really could make Theo's race, guys. Now, obviously, if he was able to stay ahead or stay behind Sainz, he would have done very well, because Sainz would probably be down to 3.5 seconds to Alex. Whether Theo's just going to let Alex have a bit of breathing space out in front. So it's fascinating stuff. There goes the Ferrari once more, so we'll tuck in behind. And what's good for Theo as well is this is recovering his fuel, guys, so this is probably good that way. But again, we'll just hold here and see what we do. Ocon seems to be the bottleneck here that everybody's stuck behind. So Theo's going for it again, madman. Norris now is off the DRS of Gasly, so if he falls behind we might jump that one. Obviously the two Haas cars are due a pit stop, so is Ricciardo, I think. Who else is up there? Joe potentially needs to stop. So all depends on what we can do here. The gap to the leaders now, we could jump Ocon, guys, and that would be big. Theo is really mixing it here with the Ferrari and cuts him off. Look at that from Theo. Some aggressive driving.
And a new position just gained by Williams.
So the way this is working out now, guys, it nearly benefits me to keep Theo out a bit longer, because obviously he doesn't have this gap and he'll be coming out into this fight. But Alex is slowly managing this gap, guys, so this is actually interesting stuff. Is the overcut worth doing? We're still in the 44s. Theo did a 40.40, and that is nearly a second faster than most of these guys, so that's good.
Oh, we've had a spin.
And Magnussen now is spun, so that'll hopefully slow a few people down there. This could be a shocking result for Williams, guys, if we play our cards right. Now we need to play it right. 29 seconds, I think that was the maximum on the green flag racing reports. Time considerations, average pit loss, so even 27 seconds might be enough to get us out, guys. 16 seconds if we manage to get a safety car before our pit stop window, which would be amazing. That would bring us out ahead of the Hasses, which would be excellent for us. So we're just going to leave the boys out. We're going to ignore that. We're just going to let them see what they can do,
Hurry! Advance the race position!
Ooh, Perez snuck by there, guys. Oh, was I expecting that? I know the Claire's hot on her heels, but
Red
hopefully
Bull gained a
we can
place!
stay with the DRS. Or are our tyres starting to disappear on both cars? So it's interesting, guys. Bottas is now in that 29-second window again. And those two cars seem to have just taken off from us, guys. So I think they've got it up to a second, so that is safe for me to say we're pitting, and we're going to go pit TO this lap. Get him onto a set of mediums, guys. Because I think now that he's lost his pace advantage, yeah. Oh, look at that, we just got it back. Interesting. But I think there's a chance here to jump probably one of the Alfa Romeos. We should get Ocon, should get Gasly, Norris, so that'd be fantastic. Safety car!
Safety car. Okay, there's a big crash.
Oh my god, guys. This could play into our hands something savage, so we're going to bring in both cars now. Oh no, have we got enough of a gap? It was about 3 seconds. So Alex's pit stop needs to be crisp here, guys, and we're looking for the window that is Magnussen. Where is K-Mag? K-Mag is... Ooh, we're not going to get Magnussen anyway. .4 seconds for Alex.
Leave core increase, please.
Yes.
So we're just going to quickly flick to the harvest modes, conserve, tires, fuel, all that good stuff, guys. So a fluky safety car here, not sure, Mick Schumacher caused it anyway, has managed to bring us both cars after doing their stops, and we're out P9, P10, guys. This is fantastic. Now Ricciardo is the outlier there. I don't know, has Ricciardo pitted? According to this, he hasn't. Neither has K-Mag, so we need to jump K-Mag pretty quickly, guys. Just going to go conserve because both my drivers should be after catching up nicely. We're still on the harvest setting, so yeah, we need to get K-Mag pretty quickly off the start, guys. That will be a big thing for us. So if we can do that and hopefully jump on the back of Verstappen with Albon, he might be able to just drag himself along nicely. So guys, this could be a huge moment in the Grand Prix for us. So we'll just have to see. ERS is fully charged for one driver. Excellent. Now safety car probably should be in this lap, I would imagine. Vettel will catch the back of the queue. I think Stroll, to be fair, should catch the back of the queue as well. Seems to be a long old twisty circuit here in Singapore, so
Safety car will be in this lap. Confirm.
so that's everything we needed to hear. So we're going to go here, we're going to go neutral, going to go
Happy
all
to
out attack,
increase
going to go
pace.
push, going to go neutral. So we're really going to give Alex the old college try. So we're going to go straight to deploy here, guys, and hoping that our tyres are better on K-Mag and that we can just get the move done. K-Mag is doing a lot of defensive driving. This is where it's going to happen if it's going to happen. Didn't get it done there. always strange to me how the AI doesn't pit under safety cars and stuff, but it's the way it goes. So it's going to be a little bit messy again at the start here, but if we're clever in how we do this, I'm hoping we can jump K-Mag. I'm just going to deploy here a little bit. Apologies there if anybody heard that, but that was a blast out of nowhere. A sneeze hit me fast and hard there, guys. So, but we are back and we are going. So what's our tire life like? It's looking pretty good. I think I could probably push Tio a little bit as well. Now we need to get to the DRS stage realistically, and hopefully we can keep Tio under the second of Alex. So guys, there's a massive chance here for us to score decent World Championship points.
Enabled.
DRS is enabled. So we are all out attack here now. Now I think Magnussen will get DRS as well, but wow, we nearly crashed into the back of K-Mag there, guys. That was pretty close. So we're just going to flick it back to neutral and yeah, see what we can do. Yeah, I just need to get this done really. I know we're going to have to go balanced here. I really need the Ricardo and Magnussen are just holding us up here so much that we can't get the job done. It's a bit upsetting. Oh, I think that is Verstappen through, I would suggest. Go, 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 go. Oh. K-Mag manages to get them, we don't. I know Alonso's on our tail. Oh man. So we really do need to get past here, so we're just going to have to really just go for it. There's no other ways. K-Mag is attacking Verstappen. That is so interesting. I really thought Verstappen would just drive off into the distance and we're going to be out of DRS here, or ERS pretty quick. Don't think there's much we can do, guys. Just going to wait for these guys to pit, and K-Mag is feisty. Highly upsetting that we can't get this done. They're going to go for another little bit, I would suggest, on their tyres, so we'll see. We might just settle in here to a standard rhythm for a while. With both drivers, just so we conserve a little bit of tyres for the end of the race. And K-Mag's ahead of Verstappen, guys. That, did not see that coming. So whatever it is about this circuit seems to be a lot easier for the slower cars to really fight with the big cars, and Verstappen's race is going to get ruined here in this little instant, because he's losing time all the time to the Mercedes, and to be fair, Perez and the two Ferraris will just be slowly pulling away. So interesting. Talk about the game giving us a little bit of luck though. That safety car was perfectly timed for us, guys. Really was. And ooh, Alonso's gotten Tio. We just need to make sure Tio stays on the back there, and Alonso looks racy, guys. He's cruising up to the back of us. So we're just going to tell Tio to attack a bit harder. because next on the list is Bottas, and he won't be wasting time either. So we're just gonna get him going again, and we're probably gonna have to go again. So really what we're hoping for here is the two cars here, the Haas and the McLaren, just pull in, get out of our way pretty quick, and that way we can hopefully jump onto the back of Verstappen. So we're going to have to do a little bit of ERS harvesting here at some stage as well. That's okay, Alex, your tyres are bound to be overheating. We're stuck in the queue. But we're just going to keep trying to see if we can recover here. So we're just going to keep it neutral here. If we can do another half lap or so like that, hopefully guys, hopefully we can pull something out. But for now we're over half distance, and as it stands, yeah, our race is slowly being ruined by the Haas and the McLaren. So we're going to flick it back into harvest again, guys. Now that the Verstappen's ahead again, will K-Mag has actually now been able to gap Ricardo a little bit. So this could be our chance quickly. Oh no, K-Mag got in front of Verstappen, so that's going to wreck that. So interesting play out to the race, guys. We're coming up on the 20 laps left mark. We've about 24.5. We got a terrible drive there, so we need to go neutral for a while. Forgot that we were playing a game and we need to be on it, or else Alonso will jump us, guys, and we don't need that. So yeah, I'd say Verstappen's chance of winning this race have literally disappeared. Being caught fighting with Haas cars not done him any favours. And to be fair, the two cars there are not doing us any favours either. What's our tyre life like? We must be getting close to the pit stop now. 48%. And this group are actually slowing us down so much that Ocon is managing to catch up now. So it's going to become quite a feisty little battle here in a bit. Oh wow, Verstappen just got done by the McLaren. How is this happening? I really don't understand it, but we're just going to speed it up just a little bit, guys, because I'm just not sure what's going on there, and it's confusing me. And you can see it's a huge train of cars. Anybody going to pit? Nobody pits there. So K-Mag is doing a fantastic job. To be fair, both him and Danny Rick are doing a massive job in their defense, and I don't know how we much like our pace is just hopefully to grab a couple of points. That's all we're looking at. We just need him to pit and get out of the way. It's a shame we didn't come out in front of this, because if we did, I actually think we could be up there with Hamilton and Russell. Well, maybe not up there, but we'd definitely be ahead of this queue, and we'd be building a healthy lead all this time. But once these two guys pit, it's going to become hard, because the Verstappen's at the head of the queue and he is going to be quick, and then it's us, and we're not going to be that quick. So as we go for moves here on Verstappen, so we're just going to harvest a little bit. See, can we build back up our battery? That when these boys do pit, then at least we can maybe deploy a little bit to stay with Verstappen. So I'll be hoping it's pretty soon, but they seem to be going very long in the race, and they're not going to be doing it this lap either, so we're going to flick back to harvest there. Our tyre life is predicted to be right on the edge for the end of the Grand Prix as well, so we need to be wary of that. Theo is probably okay. Theo probably will make it. So we just need to keep an eye on a couple of things, guys, as we race around the streets here of Singapore. Yeah, so far it's been one of these races that safety car has definitely helped us, and we just need to see it play out now and the racing gods to keep smiling on us. And if we can get a doubles point finish, that will just bring that gap to the McLarens to a comfortable pace. So we're going to go neutral again for a while. I'd really love to see these two cars just bail in. Go. Nope, not this lap either. Wow, they're going so long. So it has to be soon enough though, I would think, because tyre life would indicate that. And we're actually having a look at Verstappen, which worries me, but anyway. I'd like to just stick on Verstappen's tail is really the goal of this plan. It's a bit like Monaco where overtaking is a limit, but I've seen cars do it, so we can do it. But we just don't seem to have the pace to get that McLaren and that Haas. But we'll see. Surely their pit stop is coming up pretty soon.
Tyres haven't really come down.
Oh, they're in. So now's our chance, guys. We really need the bolt now. So we just got a boogie. Don't overtake him. Oh man. How is that where we do the overtake? Like, sorry Max. Either way, we can't
And there's an
push
overtake
now.
from Williams.
Can give Alex the old command to drive on. Because if we can gap Alonso and Verstappen can tow us along, that would be fantastic in itself. Not sure what's going on the timings there, but Alonso's back to it under a second of Verstappen. And my fear is confirmed now that Theo in P9 is going to be under heavy attack shortly enough. Tires are red hot, so that's not going to help our tire life scenario, but we're still on for we should be able to bring this home. I think we're just going to flick back to balance and fuel. Right on board with Theo and get a watching brief of it all, guys. But we are coming down to, what's that, 14 laps left. Can we hold on to a P6 and a P9? I'd be ecstatic if we do. Alex is coming under big pressure there, so we're going to have to probably flick here to a defensive camera. And Verstappen's race is definitely ruined now, because there's no way he should be stuck fighting with these cars, but alas he is. So we just need to be watchful of our ERS and start to use it for defensive maneuvers. So that's the start finish rate we're on now. So we're okay here. Okay here. It's out of this corner we need to use a little bit of defense. And back to neutral. And that'll do. We could do 14 laps of that and we'd be okay with that if it brought us a P6. So this is a little bit tense, guys. We're coming up to 10 laps. So, well, it's actually more like 12 at the moment, but yeah. We just had to keep our head about us here and just be clever with our deployment of ERS and stuff. Alonso's getting so close here, guys. But if we can keep this up, we could be looking at a decent haul of points, and that's what matters. You can see that Magnus and Ricciardo really suffered for running that long into the race. Well, it would have worked out if they had another safety car, but there wasn't, so they've fallen way behind now. And we're going to have to go to defensive mode here somewhere. And thankfully it looks like our battery will last the race doing that. So that's not the end of the world either.
We've
So
just had a
could
car
be
run
bold.
wide.
Could be bold and attempt to deploy everything. Oh, we weren't watching.
That's a good overtake from Alpine.
Oh, that was unlucky. So Alonso did manage to jump us there, but we should be able to hopefully get him back. We're in the DRS window, and that's what matters. Theo is managing to do quite well. He's still holding on to P9, and Verstappen is the car ahead of him. So as it stands, we're doing okay. So as we come around the start finish straight, we'll see what Alonso has. He is flying, mind you. He's going defensive straight away, so that's good for us. And all this time we're just able to save fuel. We have both two cars with full batteries, so we can deploy heavy on this last two laps. But it is a strategic game. What are the lap times like? Probably all fairly similar. Lap times 142. So even though Alonso is ahead of us, he's still quicker. That's impressive. Yeah. So it's really just the DRS is probably keeping us on Alonso here. But we'll take that. As I say, we did lead a race for a brief moment in time, so we won't complain about that either. But this would be a good haul of points, and to me that matters the most, so we're just looking to bring this home if we can. It's a fairly tight and contested race. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where it all would have played out without the safety car. I think we would have been somewhere here, maybe ahead of Ocon, so it is very interesting. just looks like Alex is biding his time, which is okay with me. He seems to be just quite happy to sit there. And you can see there's not much field spread, as everybody is here from 6th all the way down to 14th is in 15th is in this group, is it? No, sorry, 14th is in this group. Magson just jumped Vettel there, so there's not a full pile going on. But we are closing into the final stages of the race, and now Alex is looking to get a little bit racy with Alonso, which is good for us. Tire life looks like we'll make it with both cars. I think to spare a bit, so that's good. But if we bring up the map, guys, literally you can see it's just a train of cars. And actually Norris is after dropping off, so something happened there, I think, because he was closer. Tires are getting warm on Tio, so we might get Tio just to back up just a little bit. And we might do the same here with
You can afford to drop back.
with Alex. And the reason for that is we just need the tires to make sure we do get to the end. And while we're in the DRS train, we should be getting sucked along nicely here, so that should be okay. So this should work. Should. But we need to make sure Tio stays on the back of Verstappen, and as it stands, he's actually kind of been dropped. So we will use all of our expertise. So yeah, that tire conserving thing hasn't worked out that well for Tio. I think he should be okay now again for a while. So we just need to keep an eye on that. Albon seems to have the general pace to stick with Alonso with the DRS and keep Verstappen behind. So that's okay. So we'll keep his tires as they are. But I think Tio is going to have to stay in attack mode, or else he's going to be dropped. And if he gets dropped, he's going to get swallowed pretty quickly. So Alex is starting to maybe suffer just a little bit now with that lack of pace as well. There's Alonso, although the DRS here should bring us back up. There we go. I think we're safe there. So guys, we're getting pretty close to the end stages. Just pretty nip and tuck. I'd be delighted with a P7, P8, P9. If we get a P6, P8, I'd be even more happy, but we won't be too fussy in our demands, and we'll just keep kind of setting about our pace here. And we are down to 3 laps, guys. 3 laps left here in this Grand Prix, so we'll see what we can do. 2 now, actually, I think, is it, as the leaders cross the line. Alex is going to keep the DRS, should close up. So it seems like a little bit of a stalemate at the moment, guys, but we'll see, Still plenty to play for. So they're onto that one, which means they're coming onto their last lap shortly. Oh, wrong one. So we're going to be here, so we're pretty much now going to go flat out attack. Both drivers just going to deploy, push, deploy. Just want to see, can we bring home anything a little bit extra. And while we're doing this, we're just going to keep an eye on everything. there is the last lap.
And a new position, just gained by Williams.
How? Theo managed to get Verstappen, guys.
Alpine just advanced.
Fernando is getting very, very defensive here, guys. This is all or nothing on this lap. Can Alex do it? To be fair, Fernando has been wicked quick, but we're going down around the outside. Oh, where is he? He's there. Oh, I think Alonso's going to get it, guys, and that's us out of...
So what DRS?
Yep, sure.
We actually
Check
could
the
get
DRS.
mugged here now shortly. Nope, we're going to come across the line, guys. A P7 and a
Okay, and second
P8.
flag. You guys
Get
did it when it
in,
counts. Thank you.
both drivers, fantastic effort. Unlucky that we didn't get Alonso on the last lap or two. I thought we had him there twice, and twice Alonso, such a crafty
That's
character.
the flag.
Really showed why he is one of the best racers in the world just there with that little bit of defensive driving. What a masterclass that was, guys. But a huge result today for Williams. That safety car really played into our hands with a P7 and a P8. We are over the moon with this, guys. Absolutely over the moon. So it just grows our gap to the McLarens a little bit. What more can I say?
What a pleasure it was to watch Alex Albon on the track, and an amazing result to match. A very impressive showing today for Williams.
I couldn't agree more. It just shows what this team can do when all the pistons are firing.
After the race, they sit in 7th place in the constructors' standings.
Next round will see us head east as F1 prepares for the Japanese Grand Prix. We'll see you at Suzuka, a firm favourite for the drivers.
So guys, we're heading to Japan and Suzuka next. And as you can see, both our drivers made up 7 places, guys. And I think we actually have to pay out a bonus to Alex every time he finishes in the points, but it's worth it, really. So wow, 6 points there for Alex and 4 big ones for Theo, guys. That is huge. So we should stretch our gap to 12 points. That is absolutely massive at this time of the year, guys. So that suspension upgrade for now seems to have worked, as it might have just given us 7th place in the Constructors' Championship, guys. So with that said, guys, I think we'll call it here. I've been Snowman86. This has been another race on Formula 1 Manager 2022, and until next time, guys, we'll see you all in Japan. Thanks very much for watching. Take care.